101 ESPN.
Tony said your style is fairly simple. That one, two, three basics. That you try to.
Well, I mean, it's just I just think hitting is somehow, somewhere through a line of when you grow up, somebody makes hitting complicated, and when you get to this level, you have to simplify it. And the thing is I can just throw out the knowledge that I have of trying to simplify things, and then the hitters have to take it to themselves and process it through their mind and see what works for them. And I'm realistic. Not everything's going to work for everybody, but it's hopefully one thing that I say might work for one guy and another thing for another guy. So, but simplifying things, especially with the pressures of the game up here, day in and day out, pitching's facing a pitcher is tough. The mindset has to be right, and when you simplify hitting, it's a little bit easier on you mentally.
How much homework do you have to do to keep up with all the hitters? Tony was saying that this might be the toughest. Hitting coach is the toughest job on the staff because of all the hours and because of all the hitters. Yeah, I mean,
the hours aren't going to bother me one bit. I'm gonna enjoy that a lot. That's going to be the thing that I'm really going to have to learn. I mean, as far as a player, I was really good at taking care of myself. Now, I have to sit and learn and study the pitchers that, especially it's been so many years that I haven't been playing, that we have to face. But then again, I have to study our hitters too. So that's the exciting thing. I'm looking forward to all that stuff. So just can't wait for it to get going.
Is there a lot of homework, a lot of video work at home?
Not right now, but there will be. Yeah. So.
When you played, what did you want from a hitting coach?
The thing is to watch a couple things, and that you get to a point in your career that the thing is as a hitter, you have to get to a point in your career where you know yourself. You have to make the adjustments by yourself, and when you're young, it's a hard thing to do. So, in my career, I learned how to make the adjustments myself. So that's what I'm trying to help teach these guys to get to know themselves, to where they have some kind of a setback. Meaning, my big thing is when you have an 0 for 4, it's an 0 for 4. Let's turn the page. Now let's not try to complicate it and have that 0 for 4 turn into an 0 for 20. And that happens a lot because you have to go back to the basics. You have to go back to what got you there, and it comes down to work ethic too.
Mark, from what you said, and Tony said, it sounds like that towards the end of your career, you were a guy who looked at it like the teammates swings or other swings, and you were starting to gain that knowledge. But I guess it was in your nature just not to. You weren't like a coach on the bench. I mean, you didn't go out. You didn't volunteer on information a lot.
Well, no, it wasn't. It's just nobody ever asked. And I think there was a couple players I remember I talked to them, Bobby Bonilla, I think, and then J.D. Drew. I gave him a couple things about the only time that anybody ever asked me, what are you doing in the T drill? And I said, this is what I'm trying to accomplish. I mean, the thing is when you're in that cage and you're doing T work or you're doing soft outs, there has to be a purpose behind it. And the majority of players really don't have a purpose. They're just up there hitting it. So I'm trying to get a purpose to get there, and you take that out into batting practice into facing pitchers. We're not just there to hit and just go through the motions. I mean, I'm all about the players getting better every year. I mean, who doesn't want to get better? That's the whole thing.
You said you had a passion for teaching. Where did that come from, and what is it about teaching and teaching hitting that you like specifically?
I think the big thing is I just love seeing their minds start working. Because when I sit and talk to somebody and they're trying to work on something, but you can see their minds really stuck, and you throw a couple things out there, and all of a sudden their mind's rolling, and then the mind is going to control everything. I've always said this is the strongest muscle on your body. It will dictate and do everything that you want to do. So I just love doing that. I love passing that along and having these guys start using their mind. The sooner and sooner they understand that, I said this yesterday, I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but as soon as they understand this game is all mental, the better off they're going to be.
And Mark, you know Skip's swing obviously very well, and Holiday's swing probably very well as well. Some of these guys that you don't know, is it a matter of maybe easing into things with them?
Absolutely.
And talking before kind of hitting them with your
Oh,
thoughts?
yeah. No, it's just, it's real simple things. I mean, you know, you talk about eye position, I'm really big on which eye is your dominant eye. I mean, your dominant eye has to be behind the ball. If your dominant eye is not behind the ball, then there's something going on. So, you talk about simple things like that. I mean, I treat it like Little League. What'd you ever do when you were in Little League? You got up there and you saw the baseball. So that's the first thing you have to do. You have to see the baseball.
Do you anticipate that eventually some of them are going to want to talk to you about steroids, and if so, what would you tell them?
Oh, like I've said all along, don't even think about it. Don't even go that route. If that's even in your mind, that's just look at me. It's the most regrettable thing I've ever done in my life. So.
You have maintained all along that your situation was not performance-enhancing situation. It was a get back on the field, get healthy situation. But at the same time, this issue wouldn't be what it is if it had not been for some significantly performance-enhancing numbers that have been put up by not just you, but a lot of other players.
Well, I can't speak for other players, but I can speak for you. Speak for me. What I said last month is, I spoke from the heart, and that's the way I felt. That's the only reason why I did it, for health purposes.
Right.
It got me out on the field to play. I mean, there's only one person that knows how my body felt. It was me.
Right.
Yeah.
Before you went down that path, how much did you do any research or look into it, find out what exactly you were going to get yourself into before you took the stuff?
To be quite honest with you, no. That was a very stupid thing to do. So I just, I have to live with this for the rest of my life, and it's just, I can't say it enough, guys. It's very regrettable.
Mark, what do you think about Tiger Woods? Some repairs in his professional sport?
Well, I'm sure he will. Yeah. I mean, he's a strong individual, man. He's. I tell you what, it's very unfortunate, and I'm sure he'll come back out on top. And he's one of the strongest individuals I've ever met, mentally, physically. He'll be just fine.
The two other times you had options, how far down the track did you? If I remember correctly, one was with Colorado.
Yeah.
How far down the track did you get with those? Was it pretty quickly? Did you make a decision? Or?
No, I could have gone on a plane and went to an interview. Yeah. And then the other one was, I think it was like, I think about a year or two after I retired. It was when Bob Melvin was up in Seattle with Renee Latchman, and I got a call to see if I was interested. And that's when I just started to have a family, and it was just tough to do.
Conversations with him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right,
You have played golf with him?
Yes.
How'd that go?
Real good. That guy's really good. He's
You work on his stance with him?
he's I'll tell you what, that guy's so good. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, the thing is nobody ever talks about is his work ethic. This guy is absolutely a monster, working out and doing what he does, and he's so strong mentally. And when he goes to the first tee, leading the tournament, it's obvious the other guys are defeated because he is just so strong mentally. He just does his job. He's awesome to watch. All right, guys.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, guys. Take care.